Yes, guys, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Beautiful Saturday with a beautiful signing and another one very, very close. Welcome back to the channel. Lads, do smash a like on the video. Do subscribe. Feeling a little bit headache. That's why I didn't come live. I think it's water. I need to take some water, but I'll be fine. Sambi Lokonga is flying to England. He's finished his medicals. He's flying to England. He could be announced on the next few hours. That is according to the update I do have right about now. You're gonna look at that as well. And Fabrizio and Arsenal have also finished their second signing. If you did join us live at exactly 3 p.m., we did talk about how Nuno Tavares could actually impact Arsenal after they have signed him. So do smash a like on the video. Let us get into these stories right about now. Let's start off with the Nuno Tavares, and obviously this is just a little update to everyone who has not on the show, and if you've not watched it, please do go and check it out. I was with Glenn, everything Arsenal, Glenn Cartley, everything Arsenal, and we discussed so many things, especially around the new signing Nuno Tavares. So Fabrizio says official, signed and confirmed. Nuno Tavares joins Arsenal on a permanent deal with Benfica from Benfica for 8 million euros plus add-ons. Next step for Arsenal, Albert Sambi Lokonga from Anderlecht. Here we go, confirmed. So the first story really is about Nuno Tavares. Did come in today, announced shirt number 20, right? It's gonna be putting on shirt number 20. Arsenal probably, if you have not seen the story, do check it out on my YouTube channel. You could check it out on my Twitter handle at Cossy as well. It would be really massive. So that's the first signing we bring in at Arsenal. He comes in as a backup left back to Kian Tierney, very young, very young left back, only 21 years of age. We hope he gets all the best love from Arsenal. If you want to show him some love, do smash a like on the video and just type in the comments, welcome Nuno Tavares. In the comments, just one comment, welcome Nuno Tavares. Of course, show him some love. He's one of those players that you've been waiting for, as Arsenal fans. I think it's a good deal. Edu and Mikel Arteta, however much I feel they're not getting the credit they deserve, at this point in time, I will really give them the credit they deserve. It's a massive signing, really massive signing that Arsenal do bring in a player like Nuno Tavares to deputize Kian Tierney. Obviously, we know the injury record of Kian Tierney. It's not one that you've got to be afraid of, but it's another one that you've got to be concerned about. I mean, if he's out for 6 games, it's something that you've got to get concerned about. And one of the reasons why you've got to bring in a backup left back that is as good is the Premier League is very hectic. Kian Tierney could get injured at any time, but also you've got to reduce on the number of games he plays. He plays in the FA Cup, he plays in the Carabao Cup, he plays in the Premier League, he plays in the Europa League. I mean, it's a little bit unfair. You overwork him as a player, and look, he's one of those players that really cover a lot of ground for Arsenal. From the back to front and from the front to back. So you needed that kind of pressure. You needed that kind of help from a player like Nuno Tavares. Of course, he adds the pressure, he adds the quality, and more. Of course, congratulations to you, Arsenal fans. First signing announced, and let us talk about the second signing, and that is none other than Albert Sambi Lokonga. Now, news reaching on my desk informs me that Lokonga's transfer to Arsenal will be official in the coming hours. The player has passed a medical examination in the Netherlands for reasons of the medical quarantine in England. According to HL and Sport, Lokonga passed part of the medical test on Friday without any problems. The player will become an Arsenal player very soon. So what you have in this one is Albert Sambi Lokonga is actually going to be announced as an Arsenal player. Look, it could be Sunday, but I don't think it's gonna be Sunday. We are playing our first preseason game on the 13th of July of this month. I don't think we will play our first game before giving an Albert Sambi Lokonga an announcement. In my opinion, it's gonna be very, very, very difficult for us to go into the preseason, without Albert Sambi Lokonga being announced as a national player, because it's a done deal, absolutely a done deal. Let's look at this. Just a little update from ADVERTISE again. And it was, of course, he was quoting Sasha Tavalieri, and he said Albert Sambi Lokonga is expected to fly to Edinburgh today. He will join Arsenal players. There reports. Now, look, it's a little bit more of an exciting story to me, rather than a technical one. Albert Sambi Lokonga flying to to the UK. Charles Watt said it yesterday, and I think he said it so well, that the player is going to do his medicals away from the UK. He will actually do his medicals away from the UK, and then finally you will have him join Arsenal Football Club and the players after a period of isolation. Of course, all of us know what it means for a person coming out of England, coming from Belgium, coming from Portugal, and a couple of other clubs and a couple of other countries. It's a little bit very, very difficult in terms of the standard operating procedures of the COVID-19. So what you have to do, what you have to think about in this regard is, he might go into isolation just like Nuno Tavares, because Nuno Tavares spent into isolation a long period of time, and it was a little bit frustrating for the fans. But with Albert Sambi Lokonga, I think the moment he lands in the UK, he might self-isolate for some time, but we might announce him even before we get into our preseason. So that is Tuesday. I expect him to be announced between Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I think that's gonna be those could be the dates in which on which he's set to be announced as an Arsenal player. He joins us from Anderlecht for around 22 million euros. Now, look, back in the day, or I mean, what am I saying? Back in the day, of course, back in the day when Arsenal signed a 22 million euro player, it was expensive. It was mad expensive. I mean, you guys can bear me witness. We used to buy the likes of Alexis Sanchez, I think around 35 million pounds. That was massive. The likes of Santi Cazorla. But if you look at the real players that Arsenal were interested in, the likes of Nasri, the likes of Cesc Fabregas, it was more of the cheap deals, and then you develop them into highly rated players. So many people have a question about Albert Sambi Lokonga and Eduardo Camavinga. Of course, ask me, Cossy, do you take Camavinga? Do you take Lokonga? Lokonga is a very good player. Look, there is no problem with him. Very, very good player with a lot of potential, and I wouldn't care either way. If he comes into that Arsenal starting lineup and gets in, I think he can do well. And if he comes into the Arsenal squad, sits on the bench as a squad player, I think it will be good and absolutely massive for him as a player. So either way, it works. He comes in, it becomes a starter. I got no issues with that. Of course, he's young. I don't want to throw him under the bus, because the criticism is so harsh, from Premier League fans and around the world. The moment you mess up, you're gonna face a lot of criticism from the fans. But look, he's 21. Jadon Sancho is 21. He's 88 million euros. They're competing on the same stage. Lokonga is 21 as well. The likes of Mason Mount. How old are they? So it's really not about a debate of his age. It's a debate of how good he is and what he brings to Arsenal. Of course, that will be our second signing of the summer. He was set to be our first signing, but Benfica actually wanted us to rush, to wrap up. We wrap up very fast, that deal, and it seems it is a done deal. Finally, two signings for Arsenal. Nuno Tavares announced today, and Albert Sambi Lokonga, and deal agreed with Anderlecht. Medicals passed. Finally, we are getting our second man. What do you feel about this, Arsenal fans? If you feel Nuno Tavares is gonna be exciting, like I said, go down in the comment section, give me a like, go down in the comment section and tell me welcome Nuno Tavares. Just that. Welcome, Nuno Tavares. If you feel Albert Sambi Lokonga as well is going to be your man, because there's some people. Me, I feel more like Lokonga would be my man. I do love midfielders, and you know me that you know that about me. If you've been following this channel, I do love midfielders so much. So if you feel Albert Sambi Lokonga is gonna be your man like me, I'm gonna put it in the comments. Just type Albert Sambi Lokonga. Just type that. Just type that. Just type his name, Albert Sambi Lokonga, and I'm going to do that in the comments right about now, guys. I feel a little bit of headache, so I cannot really shoot for a longer period of time, and I can't come live. I'm really stressed out. I'll speak to you very soon. Do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to you in the next one.